So hello everyone, we are back again with part 4 of the video from the chapter Light Reflection and Refraction. Part 4 covers the topic Rules for Formation of Images by Concave Mirror. Just to inform you, in part 3 we have discussed about what are the spherical mirrors and which are the terms related to spherical mirrors. So let's begin with part 4 where we'll discuss about rules for formation of images by concave mirror. Now this is very important that we know what are the rules, because whenever we draw the ray diagram, we need rules to understand how the rays will pass when it hits the concave mirror. So let's understand which are the rules. There are basically 4 rules. We'll be learning about them one by one. So rule 1 goes like this, which is a very basic rule. Now, if you recollect from our previous video that whenever we are talking about concave mirror, there are several terms related to concave mirror. The terms are pole, which is the center of mirror; focus, where the rays will converge after reflection; center of curvature, which is the center of a sphere from which the mirror is made. So you can see here the rule 1, the ray which is parallel to principal axis. You can see this is the ray which is parallel to principal axis. After it hits the concave mirror, it gets reflected and passes through focus. So what is rule 1? In a concave mirror, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. This is rule 1. Rule 2 is exactly opposite of it, which means even if you draw the same diagram and just change the direction of arrow, the rule becomes rule 2. So let's talk about what exactly is rule 2. When a ray passes through focus of concave mirror, then after reflection from the concave mirror, it passes parallel to the principal axis. So what it says, in a concave mirror, a ray of light passing through focus after reflection goes parallel to the principal axis. This is rule 2. Now, when we talk about rule 3, it's the simplest one, easier one. It says if a ray passes through center of curvature and hits the concave mirror, then it reflects back, which means this is a situation which represents that light is passing normally. If you all recollect from the reflection of light, when the light passes normally, incident ray and reflected ray are at the same place. So you can see this is that situation where light is passing normally. So here rule 3 goes like this: in a concave mirror, a ray of light passing through the center of curvature after reflection is reflected back along the same direction. Let's go to rule 4. Rule 4 talks about this, that in a concave mirror, a ray of light directed obliquely. When we say obliquely, it means at certain angle, not vertically, but at certain angle. You can see an angle I is being formed here. In a concave mirror, a ray of light directed obliquely at pole is reflected obliquely, making equal angles with principal axis. So a concave mirror, ray of light directed obliquely at pole is reflected obliquely, making equal angle with principal axis. In this case, principal axis is acting like normal. In how we have a plane mirror situation like that, here principal axis is acting like a normal and I equal to R. That does not mean that in other situations I is not equal to R. You can see here it is light is passing normally. Here in this situation also we can see that if here we are having the reflection, then the normal will be in the center, and in this situation also normal will be here. So I is equal to R in all the 4 situations. Now these are the 4 rules for formation of images by concave mirror. Out of these 4 rules, we have to use any of the 2 rules for the diagram for the formation of images. So after this, in the next video, we'll be talking about formation of images by concave mirror. Basically, we'll be understanding how to draw the ray diagram, and for that it is very important that we understand and we are clear with all the 4 rules, because out of the 4 rules, any 2 rules can be used for formation of images. How to go ahead in detail about how to draw ray diagram we'll be discussing in the next video, where we'll talk about formation of images by concave mirrors. This was all about part 4 of the video, where we discussed about rules for formation of images. In the next video, we'll talk about how to draw the ray diagram. So stay tuned, and in the meantime, if you have any question, do put your question in the comment box. That's it from my